there is this proof that is equally as undeniable. This proof that speaks not merely to the mind, but to the heart, the soul, and the human conscience. And the proof is this: no religion, no worldview, no ideology on this earth produces human beings the likes of the martyrs whom we commemorate. Find for me a religion that has produced godly men, warrior saints and spiritual soldiers, the likes of Imam Khomeini, the likes of Imam Khamenei, the likes of Hajj Qasim and Hajj Abu Mahdi, the likes of Sayyid Muhammad Baqir al-Sadr and Sayyid Arif al-Husseini, the likes of Ismail Haniya and Shaykh Khudr Adnan, the likes of Shaykh Raghib and Sayyid Abbas, the likes of Malcolm X and Shaykh Nimr, of Sayyid Abdul Malik and Shaykh Zakzaki. Find for me a religion that has produced a human being so complete, so perfect and so immaculate as His Eminence, the mystic, the defiant, the mujahid, the servant of Allah, Sayyid Hassan Nasrullah. No such religion exists that produces men of such quality, in such quantity and with such consistency as the religion of Islam. And that's the very core of the issue. And this is why these same tyrants, these same terrorists, who for so many years, but especially in the past year, have proven themselves the enemies of all of humanity, this very reason is the reason why they have chosen Islam amongst all religions to target. Because how can they continue their programs of subjugation, exploitation, and oppression so long as this immaculate religion produces and nurtures human beings of this caliber? أفضل الجهاد كلمة حق عند سلطان جائر. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa said that the greatest form of jihad is to speak a word of truth to the face of a corrupt tyrant. And in perfect synchrony with the divinely fixed trends of history, the terrorists of the White House have released their statements, stepping fully into their role as the Yazid of the era. And while the hands of the US empire have never ceased to drip with the blood of humanity, the past year has fully exposed the terrorism of the White House, the Congress, the Pentagon, and all of the corporations controlling them. And yet, with their hypocrisy with which we've become so accustomed, they dare and they have the audacity to point their criminal fingers and project their terrorism onto the soldiers and the saints of the Lord of the universe. And as Lady Zainab salamullahi alayha questioned Yazid, have they forgotten the word of Allah? وَلَا يَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ خَيْرًا لِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Do not let those who stubbornly reject the truth think that we give them rain as something good for them. إِنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ لِيَزْدَادُوا إِثْمًا. We only let them go so that they can grow in their sinfulness. وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ مُهِينٌ. And soon a shameful, humiliating punishment awaits them. And so while our pain is immense, it's only outweighed by our hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His kindness and in His support. Our pain is only outweighed by our certainty that Allah has never and nor will He ever abandon those who serve Him faithfully. And by our understanding that no matter how difficult the storm or how heavy the sacrifices, the end is for the righteous. And so let our enemies rejoice temporarily in their ignorance, because as they rely on their delusions, we rely on the Lord of the worlds. ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ مَوْلَى الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَأَنَّ الْكَافِرِينَ لَا مَوْلَى لَهُمْ. That is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the guardian, the protector of those who have faith. And the kafireen who reject the truth, there is no mawla for them. So as our dear Sayyid quoted, let them laugh a little, But soon they will cry very much, and insha'Allah, the final laugh in this dunya and the akhirah will be for those who are on the side of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We welcome our dear brother Hassan Salami to recite some words in honor of His Eminence Sayyid Hassan Nasrullah, بعد الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. As my dear brother Tariq mentioned, I'm at a loss of words how to even describe them. Demons, devils, shayateen is not doing it justice, but I guess we're going to have to go with that for now. These, whatever we call them, are so twisted that they seek to make truth falsehood and falsehood truth. And in following on the path of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam, who the elites also called a terrorist, majnoon, a crazy person, a magician, a soothsayer. The elites of that time tried to make the last and the most perfect creation of God seem evil. So doing this to his grandson, Sayyid Hassan Nasrullah, is nothing new, nor is it a surprise for us. But it is our duty to wake up the people of the world as best as we can, to do our part. And in the same way, the resistance on the other side of the world is striving through whatever means to defend their lands and their homes. But on the outside, their test from God is that the enemy has the most sophisticated technologies, capabilities, and weaponry. Us too, in the media war, in the media struggle to wake up people, to speak the truth, to teach people that figures and leaders like Sayyid Hassan Nasrullah are not terrorists, yet they're actually closer and care more for the people of America, of Europe, of Africa, of every piece of land on this earth, more than these criminals who use doublespeak to flip the script, to manipulate, and to justify their continuous pillaging of the entire globe, with the epicenter of that and the highlight of that, Palestine. So it is our duty to speak the truth, and at the very least, aqall al-iman is for us to speak the truth and show to all people of the world truth from falsehood, as our mother Sayyidah Zainab taught us. Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. If about the Prophet they lied, then his sons and grandsons were definitely not safe from the character and physical assassinations that took place. And so, like his grandfathers before him, he too they killed. But they didn't realize that deep within the earth is where his blood would be spilled. And that the soil of this world that they corrupted, only through pure blood would be cleaned. For in his veins was the same blood of Khatam al-Mursaleen. In his veins was the literal blood of Muhammad. In his veins was the ark of salvation that would get us through the waves. In his veins was the voice of godly freedom and change. In his veins was the road to liberty and the freedom from being slaves. In his veins was the pathway to Al-Aqsa and the key to its gate in chains. And this key was not free, as it was trapped in this worldly plane, in this lowly place. So when their bombs hit, the key would escape beyond time and space. To unlock the minds and hearts of the world, to erase all of the lies and propaganda of his honorable reputation that they have tried for years to efface. And today it is you, O enemies of everything, that are disgraced. And today it is you, O enemies of everything, that are disgraced. You think by killing him you have gained power? Did you not know that for us, martyrdom in the way of God is our greatest honor? For in order for the fruit to grow, we must say goodbye to the flower. But it doesn't leave. It merely transforms. From its middle to its beautiful petals to its defensive thorns. And at first it may appear dying, damaged, destroyed, and torn. But it is simply preparing for what it had been created to do, to give birth to what from it was meant to be born. The martyrdom of Sayyid Hassan was a storm that only will produce the fruit of a nation that for too long has been in drought and self-destroying doubt, chasing money and clout, the route of the godless. And the earth will be purified by the blood of the shrouded and unshrouded. The martyrs who speak in silence, who you thought died of your violence in a manner that was violent, but in reality, God was just changing their physical form until extracted from them was their soul to become timeless. Some of us may no longer have eyes, but it is you who are blinded, who think the martyrs are dead because their body parts from a missile or a sword have become divided, whose blood with earth collided. When blood and earth collide, you think they are dead, but nay, they are alive. Initially, there was five. Let me name them. There was five, let me state them. There was five. Before you characterize them, there was five. Before you deny them, there was five. Before you try to kill me too and hide them. Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, and Hussein. Whose teachings will endlessly produce for us Sayyid Hassans born from their sacrifice, worship, and pain. Let me explain. Before you send us to heaven and send yourselves to hell, let me tell you how 5 became 12. Let me tell you about the 12 princes of Muhammad, 11 of which you killed. Let me tell you about the one who is waiting like the youth who waited in the cave, the leader of the leader who you've slain. Safe from you killers, hidden in the darkness yet brighter than your 2,000-pound bombs flicker, brighter than all your munitions released by your scared fingers on the trigger. Our greatest leader is hiding in plain sight. Our greatest leader is hiding in plain sight, who cannot be blinded by your pagers, cannot be hit by your bunker buster bombs, who cannot be defeated. For the Lord of the heavens will not allow you to reach him. Your victory can never be achieved. For our greatest leader may be right behind you at this very moment with Ali's Dhulfiqar on your throats in Tel Aviv. So turn around and see. The soldiers of truth entering Palestine from every pathway and entry, who will unravel the satanic entity, who will unravel the spider's web, just like Sayyid Hassan said, and he will be fighting you beyond the grave, even though you think he is dead. And you will know too late, after the dust settles and cleared is the debris, how you cannot enslave a people who were born to be free. for they are under God and the command of Jesus and the Mahdi. And you will know too late, after the dust settles and cleared as the debris, how you cannot enslave a people who are born to be free, for they are under God and the command of Jesus and the Mahdi. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad in our Fatiha for the soul of His Eminence Sayyid Hassan Nasrullah. And inshallah, his blood will shatter any fear we have in our hearts to speak the truth. No matter what their persecution, no matter their fear tactics, how they try to scare us and this community and beyond, we will speak and continue to speak until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes His amana from us. Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
أحسنتم أفلح من أعاد الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد. Imam Khomeini said, all praises to Allah who made our enemies stupid. And He said, kill us and our people will only wake up more and more. And we're seeing it. We're seeing the truth of the Imam's statement right before our very two eyes. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And without any further ado, it is my pleasure and my honor to welcome our dear and respected teacher, Shaykh Usama Abdulghani, with 3 loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين. روحي وأرواح العالمين له الفداء. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I ask that Allah accept this qurban and this sacrifice from all of you, and that inshallah it paved the way for the return of our Master. I offer my congratulations and my condolences, first and foremost to our Master, Sahib al-Zaman, then our leader, Imam Khamenei, our esteemed Maraja, the entire axis of resistance, and of course, you mu'mineen and mu'minat, and indeed, the entire ummah of Prophet Muhammad on the loss of his son, Sayyid Hassan Nasrullah. Now, brothers and sisters, someone of his caliber, the only way that was befitting to go back to Allah after this much jihad, this much sacrifice, this much dua, this much ibadah, this much leadership in difficult times, the only way that was worthy of someone of him was this kind of shahada at the hands of the wickedest and most evil of Allah's creation. So we know that he is happy now. He made it. This is his reward from Allah for all of his jihad, for fighting on so many fronts, that Allah rewarded him and honored him with martyrdom. I also offer my condolences to the people of conscience around the world. You see, we all lost a great leader. Of course, we cannot forget our dear Sayyid's own family and his loved ones. We ask that Allah grant them sabr and ajr during these times. For the people of Lebanon in particular, a brother spoke to me from Lebanon. They lost a father. It's very, very difficult for the people of Lebanon. We also offer them our condolences as well. And of course, we cannot forget to offer our congratulations and condolences to Hizbullah as well, both the leadership and the personnel. You see, we ask that Allah protect them and guide them as they finish the job and cleanse the earth of the filth of that settler colony. They need your du'as, brothers and sisters. Hizbullah needs your du'as. You see, all of the mustakbireen, the wicked, the evil, the entitled, they've gathered behind this mad dog, this ethnocentric settler colony. They're all fighting against Hizbullah. And right now, Hizbullah is fighting on behalf of the entire ummah and all of humanity. So as they have collectively gathered behind evil, unashamedly, unashamed, then you and I, we need to collectively gather behind those who are fighting for God against Iblis. Now, brothers and sisters, this leadership of the axis of resistance is led by His Eminence, Imam Khamenei. And our dear Sayyid was the one who coined the term, the Hussein of the time. You and I, as followers, we shouldn't be ashamed, intimidated from using the word Hussein of the time. You see, from the beginning of time, and even now, there have been two camps. There's the camp of Yazid and the camp of Hussein. The names change. So, in the time of Ibrahim, it was the camp of Ibrahim and the camp of Nimrud. In the time of Musa, there was the camp of Musa and the camp of Fir'aun. In the time of Rasulullah, there was the camp of Muhammad and there was the camp of Abu Jahl. And in the time of Imam Hussein, then there was the camp of Hussein and there was the camp of Yazid. But there's always been two camps. Right now, the camp of Iblis, it's headed by the real shayateen. There are some real shayateen out there who are the real kingmakers. They're shimmerers, they're hulis, they're Mohammed bin Sinan's or Netanyahu, AIPAC, the current American administration. These are the small people. The real shayateen are behind them, the real kingmakers are behind them. On the other side, the other camp is the camp of the oppressed who are pushing back. The camp of the believers and the mu'mineen. The camp of those who won't submit and won't accept dhillah and humiliation. And that camp is led by Imam Khamenei. So brothers and sisters, as our dear Sayyid taught us, he taught us there is no room for being neutral. These are the words of our Sayyid. There is a camp of Yazid, there is the camp of Hussein. If you and I ever wondered, what would I do if I was alive at the time of Rasulullah? What would I do if I was alive at the time of Musa? What would I do if I was alive at the time of Imam Hussein? The answer is, we're doing it right now. There are only two camps. We're doing it right now. Our Sayyid said this: if you're not with Hussein, you are definitely with Yazid. So, there is one responsibility that Hizbullah has. And Hizbullah, brothers and sisters, let me assure you, they are in great shape. Let me assure you, Hizbullah is in great shape. You see, Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah, may Allah bless him, may He raise him with his forefathers, when he took the role of being Secretary General, he took Hizbullah and he made them infinitely stronger than when he began. Hizbullah is not the same as when he assumed the role of leadership. Deliberately, Hizbullah was created and structured so that it wasn't built around one personality, no matter how strong, no matter how charismatic. It was never built around one personality. It was built to be able to withstand these kind of blows. So brothers and sisters, for you and I, for anyone who's worried now, what's going to happen now? Rest assured, the military infrastructure of Hizbullah is intact. The field leaders, the shock troops, the arsenals, the heavy weapons, everything is fine. The new leaders are going to shock the world. The new leadership of Hizbullah is going to shock the world. Our enemies are very short-sighted. They think that by murdering one of us, that we will all die. They forget what happened to Hizbullah after they martyred Sayyid Abbas al-Musawi. What happened to the military structure of Hizbullah after they martyred Hajj Imad? Did we break? Did we fall? They don't learn from history. So they're going to have to learn the hard way. And you and I will watch, inshallah, in the coming days, when the military wing of Hizbullah begins to dish out the punishment on that ethnocentric settler colony. When they begin to take them apart, limb by limb, you and I will be praying for them as they're doing what we can't do. Now, that side is led by Iblis. Our side is led by Allah. So it's true, they have unlimited resources, they have technology, they have so many things. But their leader is Iblis. We tell them swing hard. Swing hard. Victory is on its way. We will see, inshallah. Now, brothers and sisters, what I would like to talk to you about is in this battle of haqq and batil, the same battle that's been there from the time of Adam, and now it's here. And you and I, we will all be questioned. What did we do when we were there and we saw haqq and batil? We have a special responsibility. There are some things that all of us should do and all of us know we should do. One of them is humanitarian assistance. However much our brothers and sisters can offer humanitarian assistance, they should do that. One of them are protest. We should do that. One of them is dua. They need our dua. But there's another role that you and I can play and must play. Imam Khamenei said, if we had this during the sacred defense, the situation would have been very different. I'm going to use the word, the clarification jihad, but I want you and I to use what it really means. Imagine if you had Imam Hussein and that epic battle against all of Kufr, and you didn't have Sayyida Zainab. You didn't have Imam Sajjad. You didn't have the family of the Ahlul Bayt to tell the world what happened. From our side, we have heroes. What we need is for you and I to do our part in explaining the truth, telling what really happened, what's really going on. Now, right now, the world should be up in arms. If the people of the world knew what a leader they lost, they would be up in arms. They would be going crazy. How could such a leader be killed by such a najis individual? The people of the world would be up in arms, just as you are. Our mistake is if we think the rest of the world knows what's going on. They don't. If you look right now at the media machine and you see those media personalities who have literally sold themselves for the dunya and the lies that they say without shame, I want to share some objective realities. I just want to talk about how much we have to do, because we have a lot of this to do. The world doesn't know. In Gaza, the world saw part of the madlumiyya, part of the oppression, and you see those kinds of stances. The world doesn't know about the oppression right now. They don't realize it. I'm going to give you some objective realities for you to consider. Objective realities. There was objective realities, right? Why is it the world is not up in arms right now? Objective realities. There is a nation, millions of people who are being butchered and slaughtered on television. Right in front of the world for a whole year. For a whole year. A resistance leader who didn't know about the initial operation to break out of the camp, to end the Holocaust, he didn't know. For the sake of God, as soon as he found out, he entered the battle. He made it clear. He said, the pain can stop, but I can't watch 2 million people be starved to death, be bombed, be killed, be butchered, take children in plastic bags. I can't watch that. So this resistance leader entered the battlefield. He waded in. When he waded in, the enemy, the oppressors, the settlers couldn't defeat him militarily, so they began to punish the population. Began to murder the population, bomb the population, because they couldn't win. Imagine, the thing is, there are certain knots that need to be untied. Why is it that the people in America are watching this happening and everybody isn't on the streets? Imagine if someone take Lebanon, how many millions of people were in Lebanon? If the same thing had happened in any Western city, if the same thing had happened in New York, that somebody blew up all of the pagers, what would happen? How would the people respond? How upset would people be? Even now, when they murdered the Sayyid, if you look on their media outlets, they're saying, well, they killed him, and was it right, was it wrong, right? How many hundreds of people were destroyed by those bunker busters? The knots still aren't being untied. Why is it that any one person is less than another person? How does this get fixed? This is when you and I have conversations. The resistance can't do this. You and I can talk to the rest of the people of the world, and we can reason with them. We can talk about this. We can explain so they understand. Now, there is something else in addition to this that I would like brothers and sisters to do. The other thing that I would like brothers and sisters to do is this: to introduce the Sayyid to the world. They have no idea. He is such a wonderful personality. Those of you who speak Arabic, you're at an advantage. A wonderful personality. All of us can do this. Introduce this individual. What did he do? How did he serve? What kind of not being attached to the dunya at all? Fighting in Iraq, fighting in Syria, fighting in Lebanon. Humility. You've seen the interviews where people try to give him some credit for his amazing leadership for 30 years. He takes no credit. This kind of ikhlas, this kind of humility, where have we ever had personalities like this? So that's up to you and I to introduce this Sayyid and let the world know who they lost. Who was this person? How wonderful, how kind. In addition to that, in addition to introducing this Sayyid, don't be afraid to introduce to the world what made Sayyid Hassan Nasrullah. Don't be afraid to introduce Islam to the world, Imam Hussein to the world. How was he able to carry out these kinds of sacrifices? That's up to you and I now, to spread the word, to connect the dots for the people of the world. Now, lastly, brothers and sisters, inshallah, we will have a majlis. And I encourage you to remember what our Prophet taught us. Tears are natural and they help us heal. The Prophet lost his son, Ibrahim, and some of the companions complained, "Why are you crying?" The Prophet said, "This is rahmah. This is mercy." So it is natural for us to have lost this kind of a leader that Allah see our tears. Our tears, brothers and sisters, increase us in determination. If there is any bit of fear that's still left in our hearts from the empire, these tears that we shed will clear that for us, inshallah. We end with salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Inshallah, if we can just request from the brothers, we're going to stack up the chairs just to make some space for everybody who's waiting in the back. So if we can just stack them up along along the dividers and against the wall, inshallah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
You guys can sit where you are. We'll start the majlis shortly.
صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. For the love of Sayyidah Fatima al-Zahra, another second salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And for the hastening of the reappearance of our Imam, salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليك السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله. السلام عليك يا أهل بيت النبوة. وموضع الرسالة ومختلف الملائكة وخزان العلم. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon you, my beloved Holy Prophet and the Ahlul Bayt. It was in your homes that Allah blessed us with guidance and revelation, and upon you descend the angels day in, day out. Sallallahu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Sallallahu alayka ya Madloom. Sallallahu alayka يا أيها الشهيد في كربلاء. Oh Allah, what a treasure you've bestowed upon my dear Sayyid. Oh Allah, how you favor your most beloved servants. If there was anything that would make us love you more, it would indeed be your martyrdom. Once I had said that may my tongue be cursed if I said you were gone. Once I had said that may my tongue be cursed if I said that you were gone. But I must now say what I must. Once I had said that may my tongue be cursed if I said you were gone. But I must now say what I must, my dear. You've gone to Abbas. Tonight we honor the memory of this great martyr. يا أبا الفاضل Do you see how they lay their lives restless to clean this world from injustice? Restless to quench the thirst of the children. We wait restless for our Imam. In his absence, we'll fight restless. Ya Abul Fadl, Ya Abul Fadl, Ya Abul Fadl, Ya Abul. We wait restless for our Imam. In his absence, we'll fight restless. Ya Abul Fadl, Ya Abul Fadl, Ya Abul Fadl. How many Abbases must fall? In kasara dahri I call. How many Abbases must fall? In kasara dahri I call. What an honor I had once had to breathe the same air that you had, to be under the sky you saw, to share the rain that on you fell. How many Abbases must fall for you to reply to our call? In kasara dhahri I call. How many Abbases must fall for you to reply to our call? Let us take our hearts to the plains where the family of the Prophet stands with no helper. One by one, they have lost their companions and many of their family members. Abbas could no longer stand and watch, for even he is restless. He asks our Imam to seek revenge from them. The Imam replies, my brother, you are my flag bearer. How can he let his backbone go into the battlefield? How can Zainab see her Abbas go to the battlefield? Ya Abul Fadl, Ya Abul Fadl, Ya Abul Fadl, Ya. Upon you be peace, O son of Ali. You bring peace to the camp of purity. How your steps bring comfort to the children. How with you Zainab can sleep peacefully. O flag bearer of Hussein, with you how can there be pain? With you look how tranquil the camp is. No threat of the ropes or chains, until dear Abbas remains. How the enemies were afraid of just his name. Abbas, Abbas, the flag bearer of Hussein, son of Ali, upon your lips was his name. Abbas, Abbas, the flag bearer of Hussein. On one side the sound of flowing water, on the other side cries Hussein's daughter. On one side the children and all their cries, on the other side the evil laughter. How could he just watch and hear? How could the evil not care? How could anyone treat the children like this? Let me get water, Mawla. Let me comfort Ruqayya. After Abbas no longer water will she miss. Abbas, Abbas, the flag bearer of Hussein, son of Ali. Upon your lips was his name. Abbas, Abbas, the flag bearer of Hussein. The Imam finally allows Abbas to go, and on he went to meet his fate. Abbas embarks upon his horse and takes the water skin. Men could not stand in his way as he reaches the Euphrates River, despite their great number. As he sees his hands dip within the river, it's as if he says, in thirst they sink, I will not drink. Tearless they blink, they speak and think the water. He drops the water into the river and fills the water skin. He puts it on his shoulder and departs the Euphrates. On his return, Umar ibn Sa'd shouts, cut the path before him, shoot the canteen by God. If the water reaches the camp, he will end you all. They surrounded him from all sides as he shouted, I do not fear death. Arrows flew towards him, striking his body from every side, taking his right and then his left. But it was only when the canteen was pierced that he stops in his tracks. He cries, Ya Aba Abdullah, adrikni. Ya Aba Abdullah, adrikni. His brother rushes to him, and at his sight he says, Ya Abbas, inkasara dhahri. Ya Abbas, now my back has broken. Hussein alayhi salam takes his brother's head and placed it in his lap. He began to wipe the blood off his eyes and saw that he was crying. He asks, what has made you cry, Ya Abul Fadl? He replies, oh, light of my eyes, how can I not cry when you have come to me and taken my head in your lap? But in an hour, who will lift your head from the ground and wipe the sand off your face? Don't take me back to the tents, for I cannot face Ruqayya empty-handed. Saghi Karbala, Aba al-Fadl, mirror of Murtaza, Aba al-Fadl. Saqi of Karbala, Aba al-Fad, mirror of Murtaza, Aba al-Fad. Oh, the martyrs of Hussein, won't you meet our martyrs at the gates of heaven? Oh, the martyrs of Hussein, won't you welcome our martyrs with open arms? Oh, martyrs of Hussein, oh, martyrs of Hussein, oh, martyrs of Hussein. We wait restless for our Imam. In his absence, we'll fight restless. Imam al-Zaman, Imam al-Zaman, Imam al-Zaman, Imam al-Zaman. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. We ask you, Ya Allah, to give the rewards of this majlis to the shuhada, martyred, specifically our great martyr, Sayyid Hassan Nasrullah. We ask you, Ya Allah, by your most glorious names, by your most subservient servants, Muhammad al-Mustafa, Ali al-Murtada, Fatima al-Zahra, Hassan al-Mujtaba, and Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, Sayyid al-Shuhada, to grant us the fate of your most glorious martyrs in the path to your love. We ask you by your generosity that knows no bounds to grant us the mercy of Imam Hussein for Hur and save us from the deception of the dunya and accept us in the embrace of our Imam. Ya Allah, hasten the reappearance of our Imam and free the Ummah from the shackles of the oppressors. Al-Fatihatu ba'da as-salawat.
Brothers and sisters, we'll need your help to set up the hall for Salah now.